Welcome to the 2018 WA Training Awards.
Good mentors around you, looking after you and teaching you, nothing beats that.
Now being qualified, it's an industry I'm so passionate about, and I'm really glad that I took that pathway.
I decided, give it a go, and it was a stepping stone after being home for a year with my daughter.
My passion to learn more and desire to perform more effectively has attracted me here in Perth.
Constant learning. I learn something new every day.
Being able to share that passion and joy with other people and hopefully make them as passionate about the industry as I am.
Real site visits to real buildings, and so you could definitely apply practical knowledge in that way.
The classes are small enough that you can really push the boundaries and try all these different things.
The student successes is what I find rewarding, and that's what's been part of my success.
They can literally leave high school and walk into a job.
The training, it helped me a lot. It gave me a lot of confidence.
Working in the field, working with my hands, that's always been my sort of preference.
Seeing them completing things that they think they couldn't complete or achieve, that's my reward.
Through the training, I feel I'm now very powerful.
People have been able to see that I can lead through hospitality.
I've really been shaped into the best possible person thanks to the traineeship.
I now have a career and I have so much experience from doing a traineeship and so many skills that I wouldn't have had otherwise.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Department of Training and Workforce Development and the State Training Board, welcome to the 2018 WA Training Awards presentation dinner. We would like to extend a special thank you to our sponsorship partners for their valued support. Crown Perth, CCI Apprenticeship Support Australia, the Graham Polypharma Foundation, McDonald's Australia, MEGT, ECA WA, Training Accreditation Council, AV Partners, Roy Hill, AMA Apprenticeship and Traineeship Services, Picton Press, Taylor Weir International School of Hairdressing. Please welcome your host for this evening, Christina Morrisy.
Good evening, everyone. How are you all? Good? Yes? Aren't we lucky we're having this function tonight and not tomorrow night? I was hosting something the other weekend here at the Crown when the Eagles were playing in their last final, and everyone's eyes were focused on a little screen in the on the little TVs on their tables, and it was wow. The atmosphere in the room was just amazing, but it was very hard to hold an award ceremony in those sort of circumstances. So tonight we are the preview, aren't we, to tomorrow night. Tonight we have some amazing award winners, even better than the Eagles. Now, I am so excited to be your MC this evening as we celebrate the most outstanding apprentices, the trainees, the vocational students, the trainers, and of course all of WA's training providers, the employers, all committed to providing Western Australia with a highly skilled workforce. Among tonight's finalists are those in electrical field, there are those in business, there's health, there's hospitality, there's even those in conservation, which shows you the vast diversity that we have in the field of training here in Western Australia. Now, I would like to extend a very special welcome to our special guest this evening, the Honourable Sue Ellery, MLC, the Minister for Education and Training. Sue, where are you seated this evening? Down there, hello. Is that an empty seat? Is that an empty seat next to you, sir? It is, okay. The Honourable Samantha Roy, MLC, the Parliamentary Secretary for Minister and Training. Mr Terry Healy, MLA, Member for Southern River. Mr Jim Walker, the Chair of the State Training Board. And, of course, last but not least, the wonderful Ian Hill, who is the Chair of the Training Accreditation Council. Welcome to you all. And a big thank you to all of you as well, our very special members of the audience, for your support of excellence in the WA training industry. Now, before we get started, I do have a little bit of housekeeping to share with you. If we need the facilities, any time. Of course, they're through these doors and to the left. If for any reason this evening the alarms go out and we have to vacate the building, same rule applies, straight through those doors and to the left. Crown has asked me to ask you very, very nicely, if at the end of the evening when you're super excited and all you want to do is let your hair down and dance, if you can please leave your drinks at your tables. So we're not allowed to have drinks on the dance floor, just your fantastic moves. And also if you can leave your shoes on, that would be very much appreciated as well. I don't know, have you people not worn your shoes on the dance floor before, have you? I don't know. All right. To welcome us all and to officially acknowledge the traditional owners of the land, can I please introduce you? Actually, this is a fellow who I think most of you know fairly well by this time, Mr. Barry McGuire. Would you please put your hands together for Barry?
Well, thank you so much, Christina, and good evening, everybody. May I start by acknowledging the Minister for Education and Training, Ms. Sue Ellery, and to the WA Training Awards 2018, to all the candidates that have been nominated, congratulations, and to the winners. May I say congratulations now before you even know who you are. Welcomes to countries are very important to us as Aboriginal people, especially here when we have the city situated on the Whadjuk lands of the Noongar Nation in the southwest corner. Because of gatherings like this and the way that our own people used to gather, they used to do a 2-week ceremony of how do I get to know you and how do you get to know me? And why should I welcome you in? And how to teach you a sense of place, to take you through the land in a safe kind of way, and so that you can return home safely the way that you came. But first and foremost is to share in each other's understanding in what you bring, and what you take, and what we have. So bringing a balance to the oneness of life was the start of one of the oldest protocols of human engagement that Aboriginal people practiced since the world was soft. And so from us as the Whadjuk people, to the many nations of Australia here today, especially from us as Perth people and Perth nations, to whoever you are and no matter how far you've travelled in, may you be safe in every aspect of life that you go back to your place of rest. And so, in our language, we would also speak in the vibration of the land in order for that to be surrounding you and encompass you in the ways of health and safety in all aspects. So it's beautiful to see many nations sitting on the Whadjuk lands today. And I thank you very much for having me to come and share in an old language and let it rest upon your ears today. And may the energies of my grandmothers and my grandfathers who have gone before me come to be with you like they have been with me. Makes me happy to see you all. For the many nations sitting as one. Thinking as one. Speaking and walking as one on our lands. Welcome to the Whadjuk lands, and thank you for having me again. And may I share in this old song, you see, from 2 weeks to 5 minutes. But it doesn't matter, the energy's in the land no matter where we travel. And no matter what little town you come from, check out the people, the nation that is there. For they have the same protocol. They have the same process on how to make each other safe whilst they spend time together. So welcome, travel home safely. God bless in every aspect of life. And congratulations to the nominees and to the winners. And may this old song carry you like it's kept us. Wanare gamalana, wanare gamalana, boyongoda waningo, boyongoda waningo, wanare gamalana, boyongoda waningo, wanare gamalana, wanare gamalana, boyongoda waningo. Boyongoda waningo wanare kamalana Boyongoda waningo. May the energies of our land, the way that it has kept us safe over thousands of years, make us stronger as a nation of Australians, make us stronger as many nations, learn about each other through all these training programs. Think about the different cultures and the processes of life that they've carried in here to this land and share it. Make that oneness so that this nation is better than it has been yesterday, because we must create smiles and we must travel on in order to share a better understanding. God bless, stay safe, have a great night, don't get too happy, and be safe in all ways. Cheers.
Thank you very much, Barry. Now, tonight's awards celebrate the achievements of talented individuals who've shown dedication to training here in Western Australia. We're going to shine a very well-deserved spotlight on the trainers and the organisations who contribute to our workforce to produce apprentices, trainees and highly skilled individuals equipped to make their impact on the world. We have got a fantastic evening in store for you tonight, and to get things started, I'd like you all please to put your hands together and welcome to the stage the Honourable Sue Ellery, MLC, Minister for Education and Training. Sue, come on out. So before Sue comes up, we had the great pleasure of being at another award ceremony celebrating training last weekend as well. And Sue had a very bad back, so I was concerned when I couldn't see you in your chair, and then I realised that yes, you needed to have, there was a long way for you to come in and address us this evening. Would you put your hands together again for Sue Ellery? Thanks, Sue.
Thanks very much, Chrissy. Can I start by acknowledging the welcome that we just received from Barry and thank him for that beautiful welcome to country. Can I pay my respects to elders past and present of the traditional owners of the land that we're meeting on today. Barry's welcomes to country always remind me of the elegance and the beauty that is in one of our still longest continuous living cultures in the world, and his welcomes are always particularly beautiful. Can I acknowledge all of the leaders in the room tonight? Anne Driscoll, the Director-General of the Department of Training and Workforce Development, Deborah Sace, who is now the newly appointed Executive Director of Catholic Education WA, Jim Walker, Chair of the State Training Board, and all of the board members who are here tonight, Ian Hill, who's Chair of the Training Accreditation Council, and all of the leaders from the vet sector, including all of those who are here from RTOs, group training organisations, training councils, and of course our TAFE colleges. Thank you for being part of what looks like being a fantastic celebration tonight. I want to start by acknowledging the students who are here tonight, whether you're here as a nominee or you're going to be announced as one of the award winners. To all of those of you who are here as apprentices or trainees, tonight is a really special event for you. And in the room tonight, you have some major sponsors and employers, you have major training providers, you really have the leaders of the training sector. So use your night tonight to network and to take advantage of the people who are in the room. Can I, on your behalf, students, thank your support crew if you've brought guests along tonight. Can I, on your behalf, thank your parents and your family who supported you and who may have had the odd reason across your training career to wonder if you would get to this point. Can I thank them for the contribution that they've made as well? Can I also try not to die. Can I also acknowledge all of the training providers? So that's the professionals in the room who every single day go above and beyond to get the very best out of the students and to make sure that those students come out of their training with the skills that we know industry and employers want, and who every day exercise excellence and innovation in delivering training in Western Australia. Can I acknowledge all of the training providers, all of the organisations, of course, where the training happens as well, and thank you for making sure that the diversity of training that is available in Western Australia is as strong as it is. Can I also acknowledge the sponsors and those of you who are here tonight as employers? I was talking to an employer at the beginning of the meeting and congratulated him about his ongoing contribution. I think he said, 25 years in business and never a year without an apprentice. When times are tough and when the economy is struggling a bit, it's easy to think about ditching training and just concentrating on your sales or your core business. But those of you who are here tonight and who have continued to invest in training are not just investing in the future of your particular industry, but you're also continuing to make an investment in the future of the West Australian economy. And on behalf of the Premier and the West Australian Government, I want to thank you for continuing to do that and to assure you that we will do all of those things that are in our power and pull all the levers that we need to pull to support you to be able to continue to employ more apprentices and more trainees. Tonight is a celebration of excellence in training. The people who are the nominees tonight, and indeed the winners, are effectively the ambassadors, not just for the particular skills that they're learning in, but for our training system. They're role models for young people coming up through the school system or for adults looking to retrain as their employment opportunities change. You really do provide other West Australians with an example of what is possible in training. I tell my ministerial colleagues that I've got the best job in Cabinet, though there are some days that test me on that. But I really do think I have, because the work that you do in training is transformational. You take young people who may not be sure of what they really want in their future and you show them what they're capable of. You take people who are, sometimes for reasons completely beyond their control, having to make a significant shift in their career path, and you show them what they're capable of. You transform lives every day, and that's a really exciting something to be part of, and I'm really pleased that I can play my part in helping you do that in the best possible circumstances. Now, I want to talk about someone who, in the 18 months that I've been Minister, has actually helped me to do that. So many of you who've been around for a while will know that Simon Walker is moving on from the Department of Training and Workforce Development. For more than 20 years, I think it's 23 years, Simon has been at the centre of policy development in the vet sector in Western Australia and really nationally. He's an outstanding policy critical thinker. He's been able to take really complex, interrelated elements of vet policy, which for those of you who've been around for a while understand, over the years, policy elements have been bolted onto this bit and then bolted onto that bit. We operate in 2 jurisdictions and we try to make sure that those 2 jurisdictions don't conflict and actually complement each other. Simon has been at the centre of most of the major developments in the vet policy sector in Western Australia and Australia for some time now. He's managed to take those complex, interrelated policy relationships and explain them to this minister, and I know he's explained very well to and assisted other ministers as well. Simon's expertise, his corporate knowledge, and his wit and wisdom will be missed by many, but I know that he's going to a job that he's looking forward to and where he will continue to be able to make a big difference. Simon, I'm going to embarrass you and ask you to come up on stage. as on behalf of the government I present you with a small token of our appreciation, and one that I know you will enjoy. Can you please thank Simon in the normal way?
Thank you. I'll just get up now.
Thanks, Minister Ellery, and also to Simon Walker. I'm sure you will be missed in the WA training sector, but we wish you all the best, regardless, at NCEVA. Now, throughout the evening, what we would like you to do is to share the excitement of tonight, please, on your mobile phone. So I don't usually say this, and I know I mentioned at the start that those little mobile phones caused me a few consternations recently, but please have them out and take as many photos as you can throughout the evening. We do have a social media tag. It is WATA18, so you can probably see that up on the screens behind us right now. And if you wouldn't mind going over to the WA Training Awards Facebook page and hit the like button there as well, then we can have a little conversation between the 600 or so of us here in the room tonight, and we can share that information with everyone around the state as well. Now, the WA Training Awards don't just celebrate the training sector, they also showcase it. And so much of what you see here this evening is a product of people who are still in training. So when I got here this evening, I had dead straight hair, but thanks to the fabulous skills of our girls and guys up the back at the Pamper stations, put your hands up, guys. Fabulous work. I no longer look like I've just spent 8 hours at the Royal Show hosting the community stage there. You guys did an absolutely fabulous job. Thank you so much. And they're conveniently located right next to our photographer. So if you do need a little bit of a freshen up, you can go and see the students from the North Metropolitan TAFE and also hairdressing students from Taylor Wheel International School of Hairdressing. Yes. How many of us have had our hair done? How many? Medic, yes, okay. Now, out in the foyer, if you'd like to go on radio this evening, we also have the wonderful students from North Metropolitan TAFE. They've got their radio station, Boom Radio, and they're broadcasting live from here right the way through this evening. And earlier on tonight, if you were in the room a little bit earlier, we had some beautiful music being played for us, and that was Matilda Simcock. And later on, we'll hear from Oliver and Lucy, and all of them are students at Wata. And on the tables in front of you, you'll see some beautiful flowers. Now, those lovely floral arrangements are from Winning Balshaw's florist, and their Amy Brown was a finalist, if you can remember back to 2014, for Apprentice of the Year. And for the sweet twos amongst you, you can fight over those little boxes of Grand Marnier macarons. Now, they've been created by the Crown College hospitality team, but one little word of warning. Who amongst us are celiac or gluten-free? You can pop your hand up just a little bit. Any celiacs in the room? These are for us. They're fantastic little macarons. They're for you. They do, though, if you have a nut allergy or a dairy allergy, you will have to share, you will just have to give them to the CD person next to you, or the person that can just eat everything that's not tied down, because they do have nuts in them and they do have dairy in them as well. But don't panic, because we have fabulous food for you all this evening, and we're going to receive some fantastic support throughout the night from the South Metropolitan TAFE event management students. Now, these awards, as you most know, are a collaboration. They're a collaboration between the Department of Training and Workforce Development and, of course, the State Training Board to present these WA Training Awards program. So what I'd like you to do, please, is join me in welcoming up to the stage right now the Chair of the State Training Board, Mr. Jim Walker, to say a few words to us this evening. Jim, would you like to come up and join us, please, sir?
Thank you, Christina. Minister Sue Ellery, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I must admit it's great to be here at the Burswood, and if I go back to my own night of Apprentice of the Year back in 1974, I can assure you it was nowhere near as grandeur as this. It was just at the local TAFE college in Queensland, or just perhaps might be that Queensland are cheapskates from that point of view. But this is a great night to celebrate, and can I first off acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we are tonight, both past, present and also emerging. And one of the things about Barry that he gave tonight, for those who don't realise, is that Barry gave a very, very traditional welcome, and that is by using the sticks and not using a didgeridoo, because that's very much local here to WA. Just to the trainees and apprentices that are out there tonight, This is really great and a great pathway for you, and as the Minister said, a great place for you to network going forward. But it's also a time to reflect on where you go to from here. The pathways that are open to you, whether you stay on the technical side or you go into management, there's lots of opportunities for you going forward, and you should make sure that you use those. The great thing about doing the judging this year was that I noticed the diversity of the people that we've got coming through. People from different walks of life, from different parts of the world that we live in, and also from an adversity point of view, whether it be male, female, and also age. It was fantastic to see that. Also, the quality of applicants. Every year I get surprised at the quality of applicants that come through, and also the finalists. And I know this year one of the judges was with me, was a finalist a couple of years ago, and he made the same comment as well. I'll take this opportunity to thank the judges and all those people who are involved in that, because it's a fair bit of time that you have to give up, both in preparation and also judging on the day. Also, as Sue said too, this doesn't happen unless the employers take on apprentices and trainees. And I know it's always difficult to do that, but if you do it, it does pay out in the long term on where we're going to be, and also you'll benefit from your industry as well. Also, if you look at where the training's really done, it's on the job, and the employers are responsible for around about 80 to 85% of that training. So you need to take a fair big responsibility here tonight for having your trainees or apprentices up here for the awards. Can I also thank the Department of Training and Workforce Development. Getting this organised, and also the judging section is a fair bit of effort, and organising this here. They do a lot of work behind the scenes, and I can assure you it runs very, very seamlessly. The other area, if I could also bring out Simon Walker, my namesake. Simon, the Minister's already recognised you, but I know from the point of view of the Department of Training and Workforce Development, also myself personally, and also the State Training Board, we do thank you, and thank you for the contribution that you've made. And we also do wish you all the best in the future, and hopefully, no doubt, we'll see from you as well. The other thing is, this night wouldn't happen without the sponsors. The sponsors have done a great job in investing this tonight, and could you please put your hands together, the sponsors, and say thank you for making this all possible. And last but not least is Christy Morrisy. She does a great job, and she's here tonight, and she'll be one of the unsung heroes to make it all happen and make it go forward. So would you also please put your hands for Chrissy as well. Please enjoy the night, but just remember, don't enjoy too early, because there's a fair bit of going on later on. So thank you, everyone, and look forward to catching up as the night goes on. Thank you.
We're just having a reminisce about the last time we saw each other, which was back in the Goldfields. So we've both got the Eastern Goldfields stamped firmly. Anyone else here from the Goldfields this evening? Eastern Goldfields? Kalgoorlie? Come on, that's it. There must be some good Goldfields people out there. Are you ready for these awards to begin, ladies and gentlemen? Yes? Right, now I have a few requests to ask of you this evening. So we will call out our finalists, and when our finalists are called out, they'll come up on the video screen behind me. What I would like for you to do, if you are the supporting team, the table of the finalists, I'd love for you to make as much noise as possible, please. Can you do that for us tonight? Yes, have a little practice. That's good. Fantastic. I want to hear lots and lots of clapping and laughter this evening. All right. The WA Training Awards for 2018. And we're going to start off this evening with the organisation categories. And these following winners will be recognised for the incredible contribution they've made to their students and their employees' lives through training, and also the impact they've had on the community through setting the benchmark for quality training as well, and quality training practices. And winners may also be eligible to compete in the 2018 Australian Training Awards, which are being held in Sydney in November. Let's get started. Our first award for this evening is for the WA Employer of the Year. It's sponsored in 2018 by CCI, Apprentice Support Australia. So if I can welcome to the stage, please, Stephen Davidson from CCI, Apprentice Support Australia, to present this award. Stephen, come on up.
Celebrating its 20th year in business, Apprenticeship Support Australia is funded by the Australian Government to provide apprenticeship and traineeship support to businesses. As a national provider with the largest team in WA, wherever you are, they can support you. Apprenticeship Support Australia assists employers by identifying suitable qualifications, financial incentives, mentoring support, personalised claim support and more. Recruitment support is provided through online platform Skills Road and a recruitment team to help employers find and select the right apprentice or trainee for their business.
Stephen, thanks so much for joining us up on stage. Ready to meet our finalists? Okay, let's see who they are in 2018.
The finalists for WA Employer of the Year 2018 are Geno's Panel and Paint. Geno's Panel and Paint has been operating in the Fremantle business community for 45 years as a highly trained team of technicians providing quality vehicle repair. A long-term host employer for the Motor Trade Association of Western Australia, the company provides on-the-job training for 11 apprentices. The company's training plan is an integral part of their business, including training for apprentices, technicians, customer service roles and supervisory positions. Mandurah Taxis. Mandurah Taxis has been providing on-demand transport for the Peel region since 1959. With a strong focus on supporting their local community, Mandurah Taxis are an equal opportunity employer offering mechanical and administrative apprenticeships and traineeships, work experience opportunities for local high school students and employment and support for many new migrants. The business also works with job providers to assist people with injuries, disabilities or disadvantaged students back into the workforce. Roy Hill. Roy Hill is an integrated iron ore mining, rail and port operation in the Pilbara region. The business relies on an efficient, flexible, cost-effective and well-trained workforce to meet business needs. In the past 12 months, over 150 traineeships and apprenticeships were commenced at Roy Hill. The organisation is driven to give back to the community by offering genuine training and employment opportunities to Western Australians with limited or no mining experience while upskilling existing employees.
Right, the winner of the WA Employer of the Year 2018 is Roy Hill.
Good evening, and certainly thank you very much to CCI Apprentice Support Australia for sponsoring this award. It's a great pleasure that I, on behalf of Roy Hill, accept this award. Roy Hill is committed to our values of lead, care, think, perform, being part of a knowledge-based organisation. We have 800 people currently undergoing accredited training. We are very pleased to have introduced this year 2 days of career enrichment training for operators and trades. That is 2 days of training for anything that they think will help them in their life, which we are very proud of. We are also very supportive of people new to mining, and more importantly, I would really like to recognise that last year we had Kim Dick, who is the WA Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Student of the Year, and this year, incredibly pleased to have Tanya Nunyet entered as a finalist in the same award. So thank you to everyone within Roy Hill, and I certainly take the opportunity to thank our Chairman, Mrs Reinhardt, as well as our Training and Development Department. Thank you.
Congratulations to Roy Hill and thanks to CCI's Apprenticeship Support for their support this evening. Now, our second award in 2018 is the WA Industry Collaboration Award. And this award recognises the collaborative programs established between training organisations and businesses to make a positive impact on industry. Would you please welcome up to the stage to join us and help us present this award, Meredith Hammett, and Meredith is a member of the State Training Board to present the award. Thank you, Meredith. Come on up. And let's meet our finalists for 2018.
The The finalists for WA Industry Collaboration Award 2018 are Central Regional TAFE, Biodiversity Conservation Collaboration. Central Regional TAFE, in collaboration with several environmental conservation stakeholders, is working to protect and restore key ecosystems in the Midwest region. The collaboration focuses on restoring habitats at the Hoytman-Abrolhos Islands and managing invasive aquatic species. With integrated nationally recognised training programs, students gain real-world experience on high-priority environmental conservation projects, which also impacts employers, the community and the environment. NECA CET's WA Schools Collaborative Training Pathway. NECA College of Electrical Training has partnered with some 31 schools, industry bodies and employers in WA to deliver effective pre-apprenticeship and apprenticeship courses in the electrical industry. The program provides young people with an improved career path from school into a formal qualification and later into employment as tradespeople, with employers benefiting from access to pre-screened applicants for apprentice recruitment. NETS, in collaboration with Programmed Training Services, Quadrant Energy and Shell Vermilion. The National Energy Technician Training Scheme brings together the leading players in the oil and gas sector with peak training bodies in a proactive solution to a skills shortage in the sector. Through best practice research and shared training practices, the program is growing and developing well-rounded and qualified technicians who are competent in all technical aspects and instilled with a safety culture and life skills that align with their host company's values.
The winner of the WA Industry Collaboration Award 2018 is Central Regional TAFE, Integrating Training and Biodiversity.
Accepting the award this evening, Central Regional TAFE's Managing Director, Mr. Bill Sweatman. Bill, would you like to say a few words tonight?
Thanks, Christina. And first of all, can I please acknowledge and congratulate all of the finalists for this category. Obviously a very competitive category. We have a lot of sponsors and partners that we'd like to thank. I'd also like to acknowledge the support of the State Training Board and the Department of Training and Workforce Development. This award recognises a fantastic partnership between a myriad of different government departments and local government authorities. As a consequence of the work that the college does together with these entities, we're able to put together groundbreaking programs that recognise biodiversity and also look at invasive species on the Abrolhos Islands. The really fantastic thing about this program is because of the partnerships and the collaboration, it affords our students fantastic opportunities to have real experiences in the world in a biodiversity environment. As a consequence of that, many of our students are able to progress through pathway programs and end up with meaningful employment in the areas of ecosystem management. Can I please thank all of our partners, all of our sponsors, and particularly acknowledge the work of our staff at the BCMI, the Batavia Coast Maritime Institute, and of course, our fantastic students and our staff. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Bill. Congratulations once again to all of our collaborative programs this evening for setting the benchmark, fellas. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Give them a warm round of applause as they make their way back to their seats this evening. Our next award for 2018 is the WA Small Training Provider of the Year. Would you please welcome Captain Angela Bond, member of the State Training Board, to help us make this award this evening. Let's look to the screen and let's meet our finalists for 2018.
The finalists for WA Small Training Provider of the Year 2018 are Mental Health Commission, Strong Spirit, Strong Mind Aboriginal Programs. The Mental Health Commission Strong Spirit, Strong Mind Aboriginal Programs offers culturally secure training in community services to support Aboriginal communities to address issues associated with alcohol and drug use. These programs are developed by Aboriginal people for Aboriginal people. More than 250 Aboriginal health workers have completed community services qualifications through the program since its commencement in 2003, contributing to a sustainable Aboriginal health workforce in WA. Taylor Weir International School of Hairdressing. This year, Taylor Weir International School of Hairdressing celebrates 21 years of training. Taylor Weir is committed to its continued development as a quality training organisation which focuses on innovative and flexible training in the hairdressing industry. Open and conducive relationships with employers, industry bodies and suppliers encourage industry engagement and positive opportunities for students. Their vision is to provide the essential skills that build a solid foundation on which to grow a rewarding and prosperous career.
The WA Small Training Provider of the Year 2018 is Mental Health Commission, Strong Spirit, Strong Mind, Aboriginal Programs.
So accepting the award this evening on behalf of the Mental Health Commission is Angela and Shireen. Angela, Shireen, which of you is the nominated speaker? This is Angela, everyone. Please make her welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Barry McGuire, for that beautiful welcome to country. Shireen and I and our team who are here would also like to acknowledge the local Noongar people as the custodians of the land on which we are on today and acknowledge elders past and present. Thank you to the WA Department of Training and Workforce Development and the Training Awards team for the opportunity to be considered for this award. This is such a wonderful acknowledgement for Strong Spirit, Strong Mind Aboriginal programs at the Mental Health Commission. While Shireen and I have the privilege of accepting this award, we would like to acknowledge our colleagues Sumi and Karina, who are also representing our team. Sumi and Karina, where are you? Yay! Culturally secure, nationally recognised training offered by the Mental Health Commission has been offered to Aboriginal workers supporting individuals and communities affected by alcohol and drug use since 2003. And importantly, it's been developed for Aboriginal people by Aboriginal people. This training and accompanying resources are underpinned by culturally secure models of interventions and have led to the development of a strong and confident Aboriginal alcohol and other drug workforce. Our team, led by Cliff Collard, a respected Noongar man, is comprised of skilled and knowledgeable Aboriginal professional people that continue to enhance and add quality to the programs we deliver. I wish we could show you the journey that our students take as they complete our training and continue to develop as part of the workforce. It is something we're all deeply passionate about and committed to, and it's just fabulous. Table 16, can I hear a whoop whoop?
I think Angela's a little bit excited tonight. Well done, Angela. Congratulations to all of our finalists. Now, our final organisation category this evening is the WA Large Training Provider of the Year, recognising our state's major players in training delivery. I'd like to invite, please, Mr Wayne Muller, the member of the State Training Board, to present this award with us this evening. Wayne, welcome up. It's a long walk up here, Wayne, isn't it? It's a long walk. Let's meet our finalists in 2018.
The finalists for WA Large Training Provider of the Year 2018 are Central Regional TAFE. Central Regional TAFE operates across 9 campuses from Exmouth to Northam and enrolled more than 8,500 students last year. Central Regional TAFE is a leader in industries such as maritime, agriculture, land management, community services, local government, mining and nursing. it continues to place students, industry partners and strong links with community and Aboriginal people at the forefront of its activities. North Metropolitan TAFE. North Metropolitan TAFE leverages its knowledge and understanding of changing business models and contemporary training techniques to provide solutions to meet the current and future skill requirements of individuals, enterprise and the community. Delivering 40% of WA's publicly funded diploma and advanced diploma qualifications and taking an active role in delivering priority industry qualifications is all part of this TAFE's planning for a skilled workforce. South Metropolitan TAFE. South Metropolitan TAFE provides world-class training to around 25,000 students from Bentley to Mandurah. The college plays an important role in the state's economic development, delivering training to around 40% of Western Australia's apprentices, as well as training around 2,000 international students each year. The college continues to be responsive to industry needs, from delivering a new cybersecurity qualification to working with Rio Tinto to develop Australia's first automation qualifications.
The winner of the WA Large Provider of the Year for 2018, North Metropolitan TAFE.
Congratulations to North Metropolitan TAFE. Michelle Howard is the Managing Director. Michelle, would you like to come over and say a few words?
On behalf of North Metropolitan TAFE, we are thrilled to be named as the WA Large Training Provider of the Year at this special event which honours so many amazing finalists and providers in the state's training system. Thank you to the Department of Training and Workforce Development for hosting tonight's event celebrating and recognising achievement in our sector, and to the State Training Board, the sponsor of this award category. I'd like to acknowledge our Governing Council members for their strategic direction and unwavering support and enthusiasm to make a difference for every individual student and industry that we serve. Most of all, I'd like to thank the amazing, talented and passionate staff at North Metro TAFE. From our service teams to our lecturing teams, I know that people go above and beyond, for every student is special and every business deserves a highly skilled, motivated and productive workforce for their future. Tonight, when we recognise and celebrate the personal transformation stories of so many finalists, people who've struggled to find their niche or overcome barriers and disadvantage, and then we hear what they've achieved and their aspirations and their passion for their industry, we know why we're here and why we love what we do. Thanks.
Congratulations, Michelle. Well done, well deserving. And now, we thought we'd do something a little bit different this year, and we're going to go and, well, you enjoyed the entree, didn't you, everyone? Yes? Yeah? Well, I would have enjoyed the entree, but I haven't quite got there yet. And I was having a bit of a think about, we talked about Crown being a very large training provider. Now, I really sillily put on my high heels, my really high heels today. So I believe we can go out the back. Cameraman, which way do we need to go? This way? Fantastic. He's a strong, silent type. Okay, do we need to run? All right, just keep pointing me in the right direction. Am I running in the right direction? Okay, keep running, keep running. This is great, isn't it? Can you see the back of my head? Thank you to North Metropolitan TAFE and Taylor Will for my lovely hair. And here we come. Out the back, we're in the kitchen. This is very exciting. Now, I'm looking for a head chef. Over there. Here he is. Hello. Sean. Hi, lovely to meet you. I'm not bad, I'm not bad. You seem particularly unflustered for a head chef at this point in time.
Sounds good, thank you, thank you. Are we on?
Maybe I should share the microphone with him. Do you think that would be a good idea?
Yeah, no, it's pretty relaxed evening this evening. We've got 3 functions, so it's not too bad. We're pretty well organised.
So tell us, what have you got coming up for our guests this evening? What's the main course?
Well, main course, we've got a Western Australian beef fillet. We've got some heirloom tomatoes. We've got a pearl barley base cooked in the style of a risotto. A simple wine jus. I think with the main course, it's very important to keep it simple because it's live. With entrees and desserts, you can elaborate more because you've got time to pre-prepare and pre-plate, yeah? So that's the plan anyway.
You're saying pre-prepare and pre-plate. What time did you and the team start with your preparations for today?
Oh, we started this morning at 8 o'clock, yeah? So we've been in here the whole day. For a function of around 450 packs, we're at 20 staff is what we require. So it's been a pretty smooth day. I'm happy with the team. We've got a fantastic team, so it's all going quite well. Fingers crossed, yeah?
Very much. Now, you talk 20 staff. Crown is one of the largest employers of apprentices, isn't it? How important are apprentices to what you're doing out here?
Oh, look, they're very important. You know, the apprentices are the future of our industry. We've got a brilliant program here at Crown. We've had the program for over 12 years now. We increase our apprentices every year. And as I said, they really are the backbone of the industry and the future. And they are snapping at our heels rapidly, let me tell you. But it's all good, positive, yeah?
I know the camera was trained well and truly on you then, Sean, but I just tried to push over your banquet over there. My apologies. Hey, you've been here since 2006. What's the best thing about working and being part of Crown?
For me, most definitely, obviously, the people. It's we've got a large team here. We grow every year. And I'm learning all the time off the youngsters, off the older guys, the older girls. They've got so much to offer, so much to share. I'm always learning. That's the most important thing for me. Never stop learning.
That is what we're all about. Chef Marco, thank you so much. Thank you for letting us out of the kitchen. I'll let you go and order some people around now. Is that a good idea? So we can get, apparently so. So we can get some nice dinner out there. Now, guys, that has got my mouth watering. So I really want to come out there and try that food. We've got some great entertainment for you. Do you remember I talked to you about Olivia and Lucy doing some entertainment? They're Wata students. They formed, I think it was 2017. Formed their own little duo. They've been performing ever since, and now they're going to entertain us during dinner. So you enjoy that, and I'll see you back in there after the main course for some more awards. Cheers. I have a little table over here of friends at table number 1. Thank you, table of friends. It was lovely. I sat down, I got to eat my beautiful beef and enjoy the company with them, and then I went out the back to the green room, which I've never been to at Crown. In all the years that I've been working here and presenting here, I've never actually been to the green room. And at the back, they had more food for us. So I'm having a lovely night. I've double dipped already, and I'm just hanging out and I'm waiting for dessert at this point in time. Now, I want to introduce you to an amazing lady, if I can, next, to start off the next part of our awards proceedings this evening. Her name is Jane Goodfellow, and Jane, of course, was the WA Australian Trainer of the Year for 2017. Would you please put your hands together and make Jane very welcome up to the stage this evening. All right, Jane, microphone for you and a microphone for me. Come stand over here a little bit closer. One each, that's right. We're just sent the poor audio man into absolute hyperdrive over there. Now, Jane, you won Trainer of the Year for WA, and then you went on to win the Australian VET Teacher Trainer Award. Yes, big round of applause. This is the best in the country. How does it feel to know that that's what your award is, that's what your title is?
Well, I was pretty proud to be Western Australian at that time and actually bring the gong home for WA, so that was really exciting. But
Where were the awards last year? Where were they held?
They were at Canberra last November.
Yeah.
So I was on the stage and I was standing with all these amazing finalists, and they read out the runner-up, and I was really thrilled for him. He was a fantastic vet teacher in Tasmania, so I was busy clapping for him, and then they read out the winner. And at first I thought, that's not my name. This is just my brain playing tricks on me. And I had that vision of the scene in Zoolander where the name is called out and it's not actually the person that goes out to receive the award. So I just stood there. And eventually it got a little awkward because there was no way I was going to stand up just in case I'd made a mistake. And I turned to the person next to me, I said, "Is that me?" And afterwards I thought, good Lord, he probably thought, that's the winner, and she doesn't even know her own name. What decision have they made? But I was just so convinced that it wasn't my name. So eventually I went up and I took the award, and I whispered to the lady, I think I might cry now. And she said, it's all right, it's all right. So yeah, it was quite surreal when it actually happened, as you can imagine.
So as Trainer of the Year, what has the last 12 months held for you? What have you done?
What have I done? Well, when I actually won, they ask you what you want to do with your award. What do you want to do now, Jane, going forward? And I said, well, I'm really, really keen to be involved in training package development at a national level. I'm really passionate for advocating for inclusion for people with disability in vet. And I really want to do more conference speaking engagements. And so what happened by the time I actually left that night, I was part of the working group for the inclusion of people with disability in vet, and we're looking at providing new or developing new training package materials to enhance the inclusion of people. So that was really exciting. So within 5 minutes, I sort of, got exactly what I'd asked for. And I have been, even this morning, I actually did a conference presentation. So it's been really great. What I should have done is said, I really, really want to be involved in sailing on a super yacht to Tahiti.
I didn't want to sound shallow. I was thinking that.
Yeah.
I was thinking $20 million, but yeah.
So my advice to finalists and winners tonight is be very, very careful what you say you want to do, because often it will actually happen. So yeah, have a think about whether it involves a super yacht or training packages, I'm just saying.
No, look, it's a win for us. The other one would have just been for you. This is for us. Jane, congratulations. Well done on the last 12 months, and thanks so much for coming up and sharing your story tonight.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Right. That's one inspirational lady, ladies and gentlemen, and it's time now to meet our individual award finalists. And the following awards are being presented to individuals who are outstanding in their vocational education and training, and each of our winners this evening will receive $3,000, a $3,000 training grant from their category sponsor to put towards their future endeavours. So that's a fantastic prize. And we're going to start with the WA Trainer of the Year for 2018. This category is sponsored by the Training Accreditation Council, and for that end, I would like to invite up to the stage, if I can, Ian Hill, the Chair of the Training Accreditation, to the stage to help us to present this award this evening. Please make Ian very welcome tonight.
The Training Accreditation Council is established under the Vocational Education and Training Act and is an independent statutory body that assures the quality of training and assessment of RTOs registered with the Council and accreditation of courses in the vet sector in Western Australia. The Council operates within a national framework and is the WA vet regulator under the nationally agreed standards. The Council has a strong commitment to reducing regulatory burden whilst ensuring that only RTOs that meet the standards enter and remain in the WA vet sector.
So that's our sponsor. Let's meet our finalists for 2018.
The finalists for WA Trainer of the Year 2018 are Crystal Challenger.
I absolutely love being on stage and have done for about 20 years, and I really want the students that I teach to find that passion as well. That brings me the most joy when I see them succeed in the industry and do really well in future careers. And I also have many students who still contact me now 10 years on, telling me the great things that they're getting involved in TV, film, on stage, as well as them being trainers themselves.
Kate Moore.
Watching their confidence grow, and when they're able to do it and overcoming their nerves, and once they have the correct technique, they can, virtually obtain venous blood from anyone, and their successes are my success. And also the fact that a lot of them get jobs, they're very employable, and they're always so excited when they call back and let us know about their jobs.
Richard Rose.
By reading it in Creole or Aboriginal English, they understood it. I mean, the difference, it's not they couldn't do it, they weren't competent, just that they couldn't understand the question. They knew the answer, but didn't know how to answer it or write it. So there was the communication in between that, in the sense of, like, the shame factor is that they were a bit too ashamed to ask for help, because they wasn't too sure that their language or literature and numeracy is up to scratch. When I started seeing that, that's when I knew and I also want to teach.
Taryn Sharp.
Having gone through different other types of learning myself, being able to be in an environment where there is as much emphasis on the practical skills and the application of those practical skills in a range of different environments and contexts is really sort of important to me, because I feel like that's what I love to do. I love to be able to sort of be hands-on and do things, and I think the vet sector actually allows us to be able to do that in that type of training environment.
The 2018 Trainer of the Year, Crystal Challenger.
Crystal, congratulations. Would you like to come over and say a few words? Sure. Yeah.
Wow, that was totally unexpected. So thank you so much. I'm so honoured to be on the stage with such amazing trainers. Wonderful. I'm just going to pull out my notes here. I would like to first thank the Department of Training and Workforce Development, the State Training Board, definitely my category sponsor, Ian Hill, from the Training Accreditation Council of Western Australia. I would really like to thank Terry Healy, the MLA for the Southern River, who's always been very supportive of my program. I'd like to definitely thank my principal, Paul Botcher, who has been nothing but a solid rock behind my program. My vet coordinator, Julie Gavorko, who's always wonderful. The fantastic head of department, Erin Roberts. And lastly, I'd really like to thank my mum, Jan Challenger, who has been my inspiration my entire career. Thank you very much. Yeah, Mum's.
Where's your mother?
Table 19. My mum's on table 19.
Put your hand up, Mother.
Jan.
Well done, Jan. Well done. Big round of applause for Jan. Well done, Crystal. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. And congratulations to all of our finalists this evening as they leave the stage, please, ladies and gentlemen. Our excelling trainers in 2018. Now, our next category is the WA International Student of the Year, and that recognises the outstanding achievement of an international student undertaking vocational education and training. Would you please welcome Fran Kirby, Fran is a member of the State Training Board, to present this award this evening. Fran, come on up.
She says that she's never afraid.
Now, let us meet this year's finalists.
The finalists for WA International Student of the Year 2018 are Wang Na Chung.
No matter what I'm doing, I keep telling myself, don't give up. This is my passion. No matter, maybe I will feel some challenge tomorrow, that is just part of the journey. It is not that important for reaching the top, reaching the goal. Of course that is important, but not that big important, because I think the most important thing is for me to enjoy the journey.
Ananda Paiva.
It was here when I realized that I want to become a lecturer, because I saw everyone going through difficult points. Even in class, some students, we have students from different countries, and unfortunately we have some people that they can't understand as good as you can. So I was looking, I was like, whoa, I can help you, I help you as well, I can try to help you. I was like, yes, I want to become a lecturer. I think it's what I want to be.
Roberto Rangel.
My wife came here together, so was uncomfortable if you live in a busy city, because you come from São Paulo. São Paulo is a busy city. So when she's looking for Perth, she's felt in love. She said, okay, you should go there, absolutely. And that's it. You come here, we really enjoy, we love the city. For me, it was the best ever choice I've made.
Sonam Wangchuk.
Before coming here, I was working as an environmental officer in one of the hydropower projects.
and I worked there about almost 5 years. And during my working period over there, I was performing well, but at some point I thought that I need a further training. So my passion to learn more and desire to perform more effectively has attracted me here in Perth.
And the WA International Student of the Year 2018 is Ananda Peva.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together again for Ananda, please.
Oh my goodness, I just don't know if I can say anything now. I'm just so happy for being here. I just want to thank you, God, first for this blessing, and I want to thank you, all the sponsors that made this possible, all the judges of the awards that helped us to feel so comfortable during the judgment days. I want to thank you, all my lecturers from North TAFE as well, for all the knowledge and passion that they passed into me and helped me to be who I am now and to be here as well. I want to just thank you, everyone that's here. Thank you to all my family, my fiancé that's there, all my friends. I have some lecturers here as well today. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone, for tonight. I'm really happy. Thank you. Oh, my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Would you like to come closer and get a photo? Because I don't think from all that way back you're going to get the best photo. Do your friends and family want to come down here?
They're there.
Quick, come closer. Come on. That's ridiculous. Ananda will just be a small, tiny blob on the back of the stage. And that's not the look we want in the memories. Although we are taking professional photos this evening, so don't panic. We've got lovely photos taken down here. And also, you can go up to our lovely photo board up the back there. Have the makeup touched up on the way. Ananda, right. How are you going there, boys? You happy with that? Brilliant, fantastic. And how about our other finalists come down as well? Come on, come down, join in. Let's get the whole crew in together. There we go, get everyone in there. Would you put your hands together for our finalist and our winner? These are the best of the best, our International Vocational Education Training students. Well done, guys, congratulations. Thank you, thank you. Now, before we get into the next category of our awards this evening, while there's this last bit of kissing and hugging there, we have another special guest to invite up here on the stage to introduce to you all. Would you please welcome Asfandia Shamir, who was the 2017 winner of the WA Cultural Diversity and Training Award. Welcome up here, sir. I hear you've been very busy at work with a band. What do you do with the band?
First, I'm a musician, so I play mainly with two bands, East Winds and Cohesia Ensemble, that we both been nominated for WAM Music this year in so many categories. And we released 2 new CDs this year as well, so yeah, mainly. Also, when I finished my course at South Metropolitan TAFE, I started working in a school as an education assistant, working with children with special needs. And I really wanted to gain lots of experience. And I have to say, it's a very great pleasure, and I'm very honored working with children and understanding more about their world and understanding more about the importance of the role of adults in kids' future and who's going to be the next generation. So one of my goals was just understanding more about this area, and hopefully I can merge my music with children, which the outcome was joining Musica Viva with one of the bands I play, and we are going to perform next year in schools in Australia.
Fabulous. Well done. Congratulations
to you. Thank you so much. Thanks so much for having me.
Before we introduce our 2017 finalists, you had the opportunity this year to be on the other side, didn't you? You were one of the judges. How was that? What was that like?
Oh my God, it was very difficult. All the time thinking, am I being fair or not? But it was a great experience, and thanks to the great team that I was working with, very supportive and caring, and really with their actions, they taught me a lot about how can I see things better. So it was wonderful, and thank you so much for having me, really. Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a great night.
Now, this year, the Cultural Diversity Training Award judging panel assessed the applications, and as you heard, it was a very difficult decision, but they decided there was one applicant that completely blew them away with his story. So, without further ado, would you please look up towards the screens as we meet the winner of this year's WA Cultural Diversity Training Award, William Bowl.
The WA Cultural Diversity Training Award 2018 recipient, William Bowl.
The importance of education, I think, to me, the education is better to change the life. This is what I put in my heart. Even though I'm in difficult situation, I try to have a spare place to go to school. Even I don't have a time, I will fix the time where I can go to school because I see my situation. It will not finish without going to school. I will overcome my situation unless I am an educated person. The training I get from TAFE is very important to me. And I always tell the people, please, start with a small thing. The people who come to Australia, I give them advice. The education is better to change your life.
Thank you very much. I would like to thank the Minister for Education, the Honourable Sue Enery, for supporting this occasion. I would like to thank the Department of Training and Workforce Development, all the sponsors. I would like to thank my lecturer, Bridge Back, for nominating me. It was a big honor to me, surprise honor. Finally, I would like to thank my wife, my relative, my co-workers, my friend, for their support and encouragement. Without your support, I wouldn't be here today. Thank you. Winning this award will give me the motivation to going on doing a degree. I know firsthand how getting education change people's lives. God bless the people of Australia and God bless the country. Thank you very much.
Well done, William. William, can I just say, is that your wife down the back there that was making that very loud noise?
Yes.
It was. She's a quiet lady at home, isn't she?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So you might want to keep her away from the wine this evening, I would say. If that's the start of the evening, you may want to keep her away from the wine for the rest of the night. Yeah. Congratulations to you. And we look forward to seeing you back here again next year to make a speech as well. Thank you, William. Well done.
Thank you.
And thank you, Sue. Thank you so much. Now, did you know that each state in every territory training awards program feeds into the Australian Training Awards? Of course you did. Well, WA students, trainers and organisations, when we get there, we have the opportunity to be recognised for our accomplishments on the national stage. So our remaining student winners this evening will go on to represent WA at the Australian Training Awards, and they are being held not too far away in Sydney in November this year. They're going to participate in a week of professional development opportunities, and they'll meet like-minded individuals from organisations right the way across Australia. And the Australian Training Awards will also run several direct entry categories, and WA is proud to have not one, but 2 direct entry finalists in the Australian Training Awards this year. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome, we're going to meet them right now, would you please welcome up to the stage Connie Watson and Ella Lloyd. They're from Busselton Senior High School, and Busselton is the finalist in the School Pathways to VET Award. Would you please give them a big round of applause? Make them welcome. Come on, ladies. We're just having a bit of a discussion as to who comes over at the moment. We were going to have 2 people from Busselton, correct? So instead, we have 1. Is the other person still eating her dessert? Is that what's happening?
Hopefully coming.
So is this your Connie? Connie. So we're missing Ella. So that's all right, Ella. I'm sure, Connie, you'd like to be able to speak for 2. Is that correct?
Correct.
Fantastic. All right. Now, I'm going to get rid of this microphone. And we'll come to this one. So we have 1 each. All right, Connie, tell us about the VET programs in your school. Why are they getting these accolades?
I think the programs at Busselton Senior High School are quite different to every other school. We have a different model. We are an RTO school as well, so we have scope in 4 qualifications, and then we auspice another 5. So I think being an RTO school gives us an understanding of all the requirements around training. And it means that we are well resourced and we have really strong links with industry.
So why do you think VET is so important in a school situation?
I think the VET programs in schools just provide a fantastic opportunity for young people. Engaging young people is tricky, but we've got some really talented staff and they offer really engaging programs and give some great pathways to students for a really bright future.
Connie, thanks for coming up here and sharing with us today. Would you put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen? Connie Watson from Busselton Senior High School. Thank you. Now, what I'm going to get you to do as well, ladies, if you wouldn't mind just coming forward a little bit, I'll just use this as a bit of a demonstration. So this evening, our lighting department and our camera guys have asked very nicely, they'd like to get the best shot, wouldn't you? The best shots of everyone tonight. So if I can get you ladies and everyone who comes up here, our finalists this evening, to take a step into the light. Can you feel that? That feels better, doesn't it? So this is when we get our best shot. And I can look how happy he is. He's not going to have to go back and do any computer imaging or anything like that. Fiddly. Look, he's got his thumbs up. He's like a wiggle. Can you turn around and show that to everyone else? This is our wiggle cameraman. All right, Beverly, would you like to come and join me? Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Beverly as she joins me. Now, this is our second, Beverly is our second finalist, and she is in the Excellence in Language, Literacy and Numeracy Practice Award. Beverly, you're a trainer at South Metropolitan TAFE.
Yes.
Tell us about the training that you do and why you think it's important.
Okay, so I'm with the AMEP program, and for people that don't know what that is, which is probably many of you, that's Adult Migrant Education Program, and we provide education to newly arrived migrants. So I guess we are the very first step on the ladder for many of our students. In fact, actually tonight you might be having a taste of one of our students' success. One of our students just this week has got a job at the Crown as a pastry chef. So, yeah, so we're really proud of everything we do there. Thank you.
Brilliant, well done. So how are you feeling knowing that you're one of the best in the country now? Is that a nice accolade after all these years?
It's actually a shock, and I feel really proud, and I'm just grateful for the nomination. Yeah.
Fantastic. Congratulations to you, Beverly. Now, can I get you two ladies to get in the centre there so we can get the photo again?
Thank you.
So these are our wonderful finalists who are already going straight over to Sydney this year. Would you please give them a warm round of applause? We wish you both the best of luck, ladies. Beverly Proudfoot and Busselton Senior High School. Now, I'd like to, before we go any further this evening with our awards, our final awards for this evening, I'm going to ask Minister Ellery up on stage with me again, because we've got a very special presentation to make to an organisation that has made a very significant contribution to this program over the years. Minister, I believe you have a few words you'd like to say.
Hello again, folks. Now, folks, in about 14 hours in Victoria, the AFL Grand Final will happen and West Coast Eagles will smash it. So it is highly appropriate that the special organisation I want to mention tonight is in fact the Graham Polly Farmer Foundation, of course led by an outstanding West Australian footballer. The Polly Farmer Foundation has supported the training awards over the last 10 years. They've got a long and proud history of supporting our Indigenous students to complete their secondary education, to achieve tertiary admission or an apprenticeship and a traineeship. Their continuing support and their commitment to VET has meant that Indigenous West Australian students have continued to increase their participation, particularly in VET. The WA Training Awards, in collaboration with the Foundation, has been successful in creating a really fantastic group of ambassadors for Indigenous Australians in training. And what we've seen in the last 12 months, up until June of this year, is that course enrolments of Aboriginal students has in fact increased by around just over 5%. We need to keep working at that because it needs to be a lot higher. But that is a terrific result and something that I'm really pleased that we can congratulate the Graham Polly Farmer Foundation on. So before I lose my voice, can I invite them to the stage and say on behalf of the WA vet sector, thank you.
In 1997, the Graham Polly Farmer Foundation's first education project, Gumla Munawani, Coming Together to Learn, was established in Karratha. Since then, the Foundation's education programs have been successfully replicated in communities across Australia, catering to Aboriginal students from primary school to Year 12, providing them with after-school tuition and individual mentoring. More than 1,000 Aboriginal students have graduated from the Foundation's secondary programs and are on a positive post-school pathway. There are currently 1,670 Aboriginal students participating in Foundation programs at 45 sites across Australia.
Now, we have Kim Farmer with us this evening. Kim is the Executive Committee member. Kim, we've laden you up with all these beautiful flowers. Would you like me to relieve them of you so you can say a few words? Sue, Minister, would you mind taking the flowers? So we'll be at the wing, we'll be your ultimate wingmen, and you take the microphone.
Okay. So Dad, people would know, was well known on the field for many years in the 20th century. But in the 21st century, his dream has been realised. He had a dream to be able to help young Aboriginal people further their aspirations in education that would then allow them to go on and, study, go to university, go to TAFE, go directly into employment. And the Graham Polly Farmer Foundation was set up over 25 years ago, and it's gone from strength to strength. And today, from what started in a very small town of Karratha over 20 years ago, today is all around Australia. It's an after school, it's mentoring, it's supports, and it's introducing Aboriginal children to all areas of employment, education, and the like. So the Polly Farmer Foundation has been supporting these awards for 10 years, and we're very proud to be doing that. It's really relevant to our organisation, and we're super proud of all the previous award winners, and we're really supportive of the beautiful group of young women that are the semi-finalists today, and it's just absolutely fantastic. So I'm so privileged to represent the Foundation to announce the WA Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Student of the Year Award.
Thanks so much, Kim. I'll give that one back to you for a second. And that does seem like a very good segue, doesn't it, to our next award, the WA Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Student of the Year Award, sponsored by the Graham Polly Farmer Foundation.
The finalists for WA Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Student of the Year 2018 are Courtney Garlett.
With all my 7 certs in agriculture and doing my ATAR studies, it has impact on my social life and family. With the time management, I'm going to have the greater opportunity for career goals and options for jobs, and it'll be really beneficial for me having a job maybe in development of science in ag or technology.
Janika Jackie.
When I left uni, I was a little bit lost in terms of what I was doing, but I did know that I wanted to get a higher education and have really good practical skills and be in a field that is constantly expanding and sort of growing, and there's capacity for you as a professional in that space to really work and upskill in terms of your professional skills and your personal skills as well. And it seemed only natural for me to go into apprenticeship.
Tara Ninyet.
Being able to share our knowledge that I'd learned along the way, as well as mentor, particularly our green operators coming in. The FIFO lifestyle can be challenging. I still remember what it was like from the day I rocked up on site to being away from home and all of that. So being able to mentor them through their process and support them really helps as well.
Soleil White.
I was always interested in helping people, not necessarily the health industry, but the opportunity was there to take on the training, so I decided, give it a go, and it was a stepping stone after being home for a year with my daughter. We had to do clinical placement, which required 500 hours of work experience, and we also had to do theory work, but majority of it was hands-on tasks, so it kept me engaged the whole time.
Pleasure to announce the WA Aboriginal Torres Strait Islander Student of the Year 2018 is Salil White.
I think she might be from Broome.
Are you happy to do your thank yous by yourself this evening?
Yes.
Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you. Good evening. As a Yarra and Bunabah woman from Broome and the Fitzroy River, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of this land, the Noongar Nation, present and future generations. I am pleased, honoured and humbled to accept this award. Thank you to the Graham Polly Farmer Foundation for sponsoring this award, and I would also like to thank the host, the Department of Training and Workforce Development, and the State Training Board. I'd like to take a moment to thank a group of people that I feel that they haven't been thanked enough. To Kimberley Aboriginal Medical Service for giving me the opportunity to study in a career pathway that I'm so passionate about, and to be guided by my mothers, Raylene and Louise. To Audrey and North Regional TAFE, thank you for guiding me through a successful graduation and for encouraging me to partake in this award. I'd also like to thank all of my friends and family, in particular my partner Cess and daughter Eliana, for your continuous support. I definitely wouldn't be here without you. And I'd also like to thank my family and friends for being here tonight.
Do you want to go and stand with the girls and get a last photo? Congratulations, girls. Would you like to put your hands together again, please, for all our finalists in 2018. Sterling job, ladies. Well done. Time now to move on to our WA Vocational Student of the Year for 2018. And this award is sponsored by the fantastic team at Crown Perth. Would you please welcome Sharon Ninyet from Crown to present the awards with us this evening. Sharon, come on up.
Crown Perth is proud to be the largest single-site private sector employer in WA, employing over 5,800 staff members. To date, approximately 2,000 apprentices and trainees have been awarded with nationally accredited qualifications. Priding itself on creating opportunities for all Western Australians and investing in its people, Crown Perth understands that lasting success relies on the passion, skill and dedication of its employees, which is the reason it has invested over $2 million in dedicated learning and development facilities.
$2 million, it's a fair chunk of money. Congratulations, Crown. Thank you so much for sponsoring this evening. Let's find out who our finalists are in this award.
The finalists for WA Vocational Student of the Year 2018 are Claire Garcia-Webb.
With design, everything's different. Every new project you do, you'll learn a whole bunch of new skills and, learn about birds or something. It's all very varied. Probably the highlight for me was going to Vienna for an internship, which was amazing. So I did my last 6 months of my course, I did as an internship with a design studio in Vienna. So that was, incredible. I think the experience was just being immersed in European design culture alone was incredible.
Jess Hayden.
Best decision I ever made. And if you're going to go for it, make sure you've done your research, you know what it's about and what you're going to get out of it, and if you're actually into that kind of industry you're trying to get into. And once you're in, just be a sponge, take in all the information you can get and all the feedback, and always try to be above everyone else and try your best to stand out. And just give it 100% and you'll enjoy every day of it.
Karis Jones.
I'd actually been working as an occupational therapist for about 7 years and started to see a real gap in the industry between the buildings that were being designed and the needs of the users. So started to look at a way to bridge that gap, and Advanced Diploma of Interior Design matched that. So I'm working as a consultant in enabling environments, so providing consultation and advice for both the healthcare industry and the design industry.
Caitlin Noble.
I think next I'd really love to be involved in helping the students coming through entering the industry. There's not a lot known about our industry, and I'd really like to get out there and promote, what an anaesthetic technician is, and work with the students coming through, sort of mentoring through our student placement program that TAFE does with all of the hospitals. Just being there to help them transition into that environment, because I know that was sort of one of the most important phases of my vocational training. And then sort of going forward, I'd love to guest lecture and come back to TAFE and sort of provide my experiences and my knowledge and share that with students coming through.
The WA Vocational Student of the Year 2018 is Caitlin Noble.
Caitlin, congratulations. Would you like to come and say a few words? Here, just pop them on the table behind you. That's it.
Wow.
Right.
I guess firstly I'd like to thank the WA Training Awards for putting on an event like this tonight. It's really good to showcase sort of all the different training pathways that are coming through, especially in Western Australia. Thank Crown. Thank you for sponsoring the event. It's an amazing venue and I've had a really good night. North Metropolitan TAFE, thank you for everything you did for me last year, in particular the lecturers, Andy Ravel. You really helped me change my career pathway, and you've changed the trajectory of my life, and it's put me towards a career that I couldn't see myself doing anything else. And to thank you to my family and my friends, they're back there. I really appreciate all the support you guys have done for me, especially over the last couple of years. So thank you. Congratulations. Thank you.
Congratulations, Caitlin. And once again, a big congratulations to all of our inspiring students. Well done, everyone. Well done. Can you please make sure Karis makes it off the stage safely? You're an anaesthetic technician, aren't you, at the end? They're not births and deliveries. That's not going to help us. Right. I would like to introduce you all now, if I can, to Claire McGuire. And Claire in 2017 was our Trainee of the Year, and she's going to come up here and have a chat with us today. Claire, welcome to the stage.
Good evening.
All right, now you have had an interesting year. Is this correct?
For sure, yes.
All right. I hear you've been speaking all over the place.
Yes.
Yeah. You've worked with your local high school to encourage traineeships. How exhausted are you at this point in time?
I've loved it.
Are you exhausted or are you fulfilled at this point?
I've got a new love for VET. I'm from regional WA in Corrigan, so we're 3 hours from here, and we lose our students in grade 7 to go to boarding school. So I was really, really keen on introducing the school-based apprenticeship program into our school for our grade 10 students. We had 10 grade 10 students this year, and I introduced the program, and in 2 weeks we had the students placed within 2 weeks. The students would show up half an hour before school to meet me, and then we got them all organised, and it was really funny. All of them said on their first day, I said, what do you have to do? We had to go to the hardware and buy a broom.
What? Oh.
So they all learned, sweep the floor.
Where did you put them all?
Oh, we had them in mechanical places and cafes. Yeah. We had them everywhere, so it was really, really good.
Fantastic, well done. So, you've been given an important role at this year's Australian Training Awards, the big ones.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So, yeah, I'm off to Sydney for the Nationals as a student mentor. So, I'll be travelling over there with our WA team and attending workshops and attending functions with our students and just mentoring them and just helping them grow, helping them learn to tell their story, help them with their nerves a little bit, and just help them grow. And
Claire, well done. Congratulations to you. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Claire. She's an inspiring ambassador. Well done. Well done. We are now down to our last 3 awards for this evening, and our next award is the WA Trainee of the Year, and it's sponsored by McDonald's Australia. Would you please welcome Megan Koopman, RTO Manager, to the stage to present this award with us this evening.
McDonald's Australia provide over 100,000 Australians a place to work, but also deliver essential training which gives employees the skills to further their careers. McDonald's invests more than $40 million annually on training crew, managers and corporate employees. In 2017, over 4,000 employees achieved a recognised training qualification. As one of the largest employers of young Australians, McDonald's provides an unmatched opportunity for young people to learn skills that they can apply throughout their working lives.
So there's our sponsors. Let's find out our finalists for 2018.
The finalists for WA Trainee of the Year 2018 are Elizabeth Gaffney.
I now have a career, and that's from doing a traineeship and being able to be put into a full-time working environment, a professional environment, and say, hey Liz, you've got to step up the plate. This is what you're learning. These are your responsibilities. If you have any ideas, you've got that flexibility. You're able to think. If you're able to be innovative within this work environment. And I'm now full-time employed by them, so I have a career opportunity. I had a career opportunity. I now have a career.
Beth Hodder.
I've always seen it as like it's my foundation, and if I get a strong foundation in regards to my skill set, then I'll be okay. And coming from a trade and moving into a certificate, I really doubted myself early on that I was even able to do a certificate, being out of school for so long. But it's been by far the best thing you could ever do, and I think for a young person, being able to have the experience by learning on the job and then getting a qualification, it's kind of a win-win.
Hayden Schilling.
I wanted to be able to expand on my current knowledge, skills, and consolidate them in a greater capacity. So I chose the operator traineeship that program offered and hosted by Woodside at Karratha Gas Plant. I knew leading into it that if I was selected and was given a position at the end, I've got 30 years of diversity within this one company. If I show that in my development plan, I can move in any direction that I feel that I'm comfortable with and the business provides me with.
Rebecca Thompson.
One of the advantages of doing a traineeship is that you can do it at any age. So because a lot of apprenticeships and things and university degrees are done straight out of school, you're learning everything. You're learning the process, you're learning the job, you're learning life skills, you're learning teamwork, how to work.
with other people, but I already knew a lot of that stuff from my previous experiences. So doing a 2-year traineeship was perfect because I was really just learning the operational side of things, not wasting a lot of time relearning stuff that I'd already learnt.
Ladies and gentlemen, our finalists for the 2018 WA Trainee of the Year. Ladies and gents, would you like to take one step forward so we can get the best photograph of you possible? Fantastic. Into the light, and let us see which one of you that light is going to shine even more brightly on this evening. Megan, would you please do the honours?
And the 2018 Trainee of the Year goes to Beth Hodder.
Well, there's jubilation at Beth's table down the back there. Do you actually know those people?
Maybe.
So would you like to come forward and take photos of Beth and record it for posterity while she speaks? Come on, down you come. And Beth, you take the microphone. Congratulations.
Wow, crazy, right? First of all, I'd like to thank tonight's host, the Department of Training and Workforce Development, and our sponsor McDonald's for giving every finalist in this room the platform to be recognised. Thank you to my employer, Western Power, for taking a chance and creating the traineeship program. I have been guided by many fearless leaders, most of them strong and highly intelligent women. Sarah, you have challenged, supported and guided me from the moment I joined your team. I will forever be grateful for that. To my partner and family, thank you for always pushing me to strive for more and to accept nothing but the best, for telling me I can do this when stress took over. I do want to especially acknowledge every finalist across all categories. Remember, success doesn't start or finish in this room tonight, whether you went home with the award this evening or not. We are all curators of our own future, and tonight we all won. Thanks.
Well done, Beth. Congratulations. And I like the way, Beth, I don't know if you noticed your friends and family, Beth, that came up. Did you notice your friends and family, they came up, they got to just down here, to this table down here. You couldn't see up the back there. And then they took a picture of you on the screen.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
We'll get you down the back in the photo booth a bit later on. Congratulations to you and to all of our finalists this evening. Well done, everyone. Congratulations. Our inspiring trainee finalists for 2018. It now gives me great pleasure to welcome back Ben Rowe. And Ben was our 2017 School-Based Apprentice of the Year, and he's going to come up and join me for a short chat. Come on, Ben.
This is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us.
You are looking particularly dapper tonight, young sir.
Thank you. Yeah, I
I
tried.
like it. Good. You've done a good job. You've done a good job. Now, how does it feel being on the other end of the process this year?
Yeah, well, obviously last year I was sitting in the crowd, and after walking up here, I was really nervous. I didn't expect my name to be called out at all. I think I stood there for a good couple of seconds.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do, and then I didn't even make a speech because I didn't think I'd win. And it was just pure emotion came out of my mouth. So it was a really amazing thing, and to go on the trip to Canberra with all the WA winners was an amazing experience, and to meet all the people I met, make all the contacts I've made here, most of which are here tonight. It's been really good for me and my confidence, and it's allowed me to really make some great connections and do some great things. So.
And you've had a big year for work as well, haven't you? You're working up at Geraldton. Tell us about where you're working and what you're doing there.
So I work at Class Harvest Centre. I've just gone into my second year of full-time working as a diesel mechanic in a small team, so it's pretty full on, and it's a good job though. I really enjoy it. So.
And this year you got to sit on the judging panel for your category. Did that give you a different appreciation? I know some of our other award winners have said it really gave them appreciation for that process of how do you choose?
It was, I know I'll say this to all the other judges, I know will probably agree with me. it was probably one of the hardest decisions. But being honest, I mean, our contestants this year were amazing and we were all very impressed. But in saying that, it made me very honoured to be a part of the training awards and to everyone involved in the training awards. And I'd like to say a massive thank you for everyone coming here tonight to support our young people and our training today. And also everyone who supported me along the way. And yeah, I mean, it's been a great thing tonight to see and to see everyone come up and to know what has helped me in this last year. To see what it did to other people too, it's a great thing. And I'd like to say a massive thank you to everyone here tonight. And yeah, thanks.
Good on you, Ben. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done, sir. You go back and enjoy the rest of your night now. Your official duties are over. A great model for our students. Second last award for the evening. The WA School-Based Apprentice of the Year. It's sponsored by ECA WA and it goes to a student who is committed to both school studies and also growing in the workplace.
ECA WA is the peak industry association in Western Australia, representing the interests of and providing services to more than 2,300 members in the electrical, communications and refrigeration industries. ECA WA runs the College of Electrical Training, who train over 6,500 students annually, and Electrical Group Training, the biggest employer of electrical apprentices in WA. ECA WA is committed to raising the profile, business environment and competitiveness of all electrotechnology professionals.
Let's find out who our finalists are for 2018.
The finalists for WA School-Based Apprentice of the Year 2018 are Jasmine Hahn.
Through my childcare knowledge, I'm applying that through the health and the nappy changing and the knowledge into the work placement. And then through school, I'm doing the sport and recreation, so I can apply the health and the physical activities and with the children, which I'm doing through, I've done actually some AFL sessions, and also obviously communication that I'm learning at school. I can apply it into the work placement with communicating with the parents and the children.
Danny Hennessy O'Shea.
I've picked up the life skills in the last 2 years that I couldn't see myself picking up for years and years and years. So they've shaped me into that type of person and they've helped me become such a big part of the industry that I feel like I'm part of the team now, even though I'm still studying. So I feel like I'm one with everyone pretty much. Although I'm still a student, I've still got 9 weeks left to go to school. But yeah, I've really been shaped into the best possible person thanks to the traineeship.
Rachel Nucky.
Being able to do the workbooks and then being able to apply that knowledge while I'm in the workforce is really good because you're able to have an understanding of how things work and then being able to actually experience it because then you can actually absorb everything that's happening and you can understand everything you can understand everything deeper that happened in the workbooks.
Caitlin Whittle.
You're not going into it as a student-teacher relationship, you're going into it as you are their equal, you're an employee. So you get treated as though you're in the real world, which is so great because if you're any teenager, everyone's always terrified of going out into the real world. So by doing this course now in school, it's kind of makes you more relaxed about, going into the real world, working in the real world, because you kind of already know what it's going to be like.
Right, so there are finalists for this evening. Congratulations to Jasmine, Danny, Rachel and Caitlin for making it this far in 2018. Well done, team. And Jack is going to do the honours and announce our winner. Come on over, Jack. We'll get you this special envelope.
The WA-based School-Based Apprentice of the Year is Caitlin Whittle.
Now, I just wanted to let you all know that Caitlin, before she does her speech, is a ridiculous overachiever. Not only is she doing her hospitality studies, she's just 5 8-hour subjects as well, which I believe the exams are in how many weeks now? I have an 18-year-old.
They're next week.
They're next week for you, are they?
Yeah, my school ones, and then my 8-hour ones.
Wait, come forward to the yes, that's better. Let's have a two-sided conversation rather than a one-sided conversation. So when are your exams?
My school ones are next week, and then my ATAR exams are in a month.
So you're just putting a little bit of pressure on yourself there. Would you like to say a few words of thank you?
Wow, it's such an honour. I would like to thank the Department of Training and Workforce Development, the State Training Board, and these amazing finalists, as well as our lovely sponsor, with whom this award is now possible. It's such a privilege to be a WA award finalist, let alone a winner, so this is such an amazing achievement. I'd like to thank Swan Valley Anglican Community School for always supporting me and helping me along with this process, and my amazing parents for being there with me every step along the way. Being a winner is crazy, and I'm so excited for the future. Thank you.
I'm going to ask one last question. Anyone from the training organisation can tell us what date are the national awards being held in November? Because when's your last exam? Is it about November the 14th? Could just be a little bit of a squeeze this year.
We'll make it work.
We'll make it work. That's what I like to hear. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, can you please put your hands together again for Caitlin and all of our other fantastic finalists here this evening. Well done. And thank you so much to Jack for stepping in there. They're our School-Based Apprentice of the Year for 2018. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached an incredibly exciting point in our evening, the final award for the night. Are you ready to meet our final winner? Are you sure? Because if not, I can pop it. Are you ready to meet the very final winner, the last winner? All right. Let's see who this is going to be. And I'm going to ask, please, well, our final category, of course, is the WA Apprentice of the Year. It's sponsored by MEGT Australia. So can we please welcome Russell Kerring up on stage to help us present that award this evening. Russell, come on up here.
Established in 1982, MEGT is an Australian not-for-profit organisation that has been supporting local employers, apprentices and trainees for over 35 years. As the largest and only national apprenticeship network provider, MEGT are your local apprenticeship experts. MEGT provides apprentice and trainee sign-up and registration, assistance with government financial incentives, end-to-end apprenticeship and traineeship program management, high-quality candidates and flexible labour solutions, fast, easy apprentice and trainee payroll services, ongoing mentoring, coaching and support. MEGT, your local apprenticeship experts.
Right, so Russell and myself, and I know all of you, are very eager to meet our finalists for 2018. When you hear someone who is your friend, your colleague, someone who works with your family member, I want to hear you make some noises here. Let's find out who our finalists are. Put your hands together.
The finalists for WA Apprentice of the Year 2018 are Diego Mendonça.
I've been helping my previous boss with some work and also doing my own work, and so now work has been really good for me. Luckily, I've been really busy, and I'm looking into getting some apprentices on board to give other students and other people the opportunities that I had.
Isabel Croswell.
Watching people sit down in your chair and they might be feeling a little bit slumped, and then once you're finished and you fluff up their hair, their entire personality and their face just completely picks up. I will eventually love to own my own hair salon. So once I get a few years experience, a few more years knowledge, I will definitely be probably enrolled into TAFE doing a business course to learn how to run my own business.
Emily Davis.
I wanted to do a trade because I like working with my hands. I like building stuff and fixing stuff, and I like getting dirty and stuff like that. But I like using my brain as well, so I liked the problem-solving aspect of the electrical industry, I guess. And also I was already an adult with bills to pay, and as an apprentice you get paid while you're learning. So it seemed like a good idea.
Megan Fever.
I had been working in a lot of joyless jobs for a really long time, and I thought I had a bit enough of that, so I thought I would make a big change. And I used to talk to sparkies and other tradies all the time with my old job when I was in insurance. And so I took the plunge and quit my job and took on a pre-apprenticeship and applied for every job out there. Here I am.
All right. Now I can see some very excited parents and friends down the front here. Do you guys want to come a little bit closer rather than staying on the side? Come on. Do you want me to come down? Just come down. Go closer. Who are you barracking for this evening? Well, okay, fine, that's all right. You can get a little bit closer in a second. Ladies and gentlemen, you probably have your own thoughts as to who our winner is for this evening. I'm going to ask Russell to come over and make that announcement. Would you make him very welcome, please?
Ladies and gentlemen, the WA Apprentice of the Year for 2018 is Megan Fever.
Right, she's come prepared this evening with a speech. Well done, Megan. Take the microphone, it's all yours. And I think a little bit of that cheering would have come from your team at Western Power, I reckon.
I think so.
You reckon?
I think so. Wow. Didn't expect that. What an honour. And what a stellar field of finalists. Thanks, guys. It's an absolute privilege to have been chosen as an ambassador for vocational education and training. I can't wait to take part in promoting the sector, encouraging others, especially women, to become involved in what I believe can be a life-changing experience. And now I'll be quick, I promise. I just have a few thank yous I'd like to make. Thank you firstly to our hosts for this evening, the Department of Training and Workforce Development and the State Training Board. It's been a fantastic night and I'm sure that all of you would agree with me. Thank you also to MEGT, Russell, thanks mate. I'll be sure to put the award to good use. To my colleagues at Western Power, you are a great bunch of people. You've always been there for me, providing me with support and friendship over the last 4 years. Thanks to my lecturers at TAFE, who have always challenged me to think outside the box. And lastly, thank you to my partner, Jermaine, who has just been a massive support to me through the course of my apprenticeship. Thank you.
Come closer, come on and get the money shot. I can't bear to think that you've got this little iPhone. No, go, Tremaine, right down the middle here. Walk down the middle. Let's get a really nice photo of the other half. And Russell, come on in, let's do the presentation again. So we've got the good family snap here. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please put your hands together again for WA's Best Apprentice of 2018. All right, Megan's had enough now. Wait, all right, we're good. We've nearly had an OC health and safety issue then. Congratulations to you, Megan. And congratulations to all of our finalists this evening as well. Well done, team, well done. Now, do you know what? That wraps up the official part of this evening's awards presentation. Thank you everyone for being a part of the celebration of excellence in training. Congratulations to all of our winners, to all of our finalists. It's a truly amazing achievement. You should be very proud of what you've done and what you've succeeded in. If you have been inspired by what you've seen here this evening, please be part of these awards in 2019. If you visit our WA Training Awards website, you'll get more information and you'll be able to put in your organisation or perhaps a colleague in for next year. Now, as I mentioned, many of our winners this evening will go on to represent us at the National Awards. Caitlin, where are you? Caitlin, pop your hand up for me. Great news. The last ATAR exam for 2018 is on November the 14th. And these awards are on November the 15th in Sydney. So Caitlin, you will get to go to the awards. Well done. Big round of applause. That is awesome. Thanks again to all of you for your support, for our sponsors, for our ambassadors, our judging panels, our mentors. Thank you so much, everyone, for the contribution that you've made tonight. We could not have made the training awards as successful as they are. And I'd like to also give a big thank you, and I know they've asked not to be thanked individually, but I've been asked please to make note of the ladies and the gents at table number 1, to all the communications team at the WA State Awards. You know who you are, but in particular, Alicia, Amber, Laura and Francis. Thank you so much. Would you put your hands together for the communications team? They've done a great job. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being such a fabulous audience tonight. We hope you've enjoyed yourselves. We look forward to seeing you back in 2019, hearing about the success of our WA winners at the State Awards in November. And I'm going to hand you over, open up this dance floor to one hot little band. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please put your hands together? The dance floor is officially open. Put your hands together for Sunset Lane. Well done, guys.